Jalen, can you take us through the game-winning shot and how sweet was the kiss to the crowd?
Just found a way to create some separation. Shot it a little earlier than I wanted to, but I mean, Asar is just a great defender, man, and just the fact that I got that much space. I had to shoot it right there. Happy the ball went in.
Jalen, four games this series were decided by 3 points or fewer. I think that's the second time in NBA history that happened. What does that say about your late game execution and sort of your will down the stretch?
Yeah, it's all about us staying poised and having that composure. Obviously, we want to have it throughout the game, but it's most important at the end. We all have each other's backs, and we all know what we want to do. And I'm just thankful for my teammates and coaches for real.
Jalen, excuse me, Jalen, when you take a shot like that, or maybe after it goes in, do you feel the weight of it in terms of the alternative of how things could play out if it doesn't go in, and what that means for this team and what's next in terms of the Game 7 and possibly beyond that?
You're asking me if I felt the...
Like if you feel, when you let it go, like in that moment, do you feel the weight of not just this game, but this series, your guys' season, and how that could possibly change if that shot doesn't go in?
Yeah. If it doesn't, we hopefully go into overtime. We had a lot of time left in the game. But the ball did go in, so that's all I care about.
Jalen, obviously you've been in clutch situations time and time again. Just what do you do when I talk to people about clutch situations? They say that their heart rate goes up, that it's difficult to stay composed and poised in those moments. What do you do to I guess, do you feel that when the pressure is on, do you feel like your heart rate is up? Do you ignore it? What do you do to remain calm in those moments?
Yeah, I stay poised, and I rely on the trust and composure that my teammates give me. I wouldn't be in that position without this man next to me, the way he played tonight. And obviously everyone's going to say a lot about the last shot, but throughout the game, the ups and downs of it, we all stay composed, and the way he played, it was tremendous. So gotta give a lot of credit to my teammates. None of this happens without them.
Yeah, Mikal, your aggressiveness throughout the night, attacking the basket. Can you talk about that a little bit, and then the putback you had as well? Can you kind of take me through that play?
Just being aggressive. I think just us playing fast and knowing the weapons we have. Just trying to be aggressive. They try to take them away, and we got punished them sometimes when they just, trying to just deny him and let other guys play, and we just trying to play the right way and just trying to win, honestly. And putback, just trying to find a way to win, just being there. My coaches, be on me all year, all playoffs to rebound, so just trying to do my best.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Barbara. Please go ahead.
Mikal, you've been his teammate on different teams too, and you've seen him make some big shots before. What was that like when you saw him, with the shot in his hand, and how does he keep his composure? From your point of view,
he didn't really care, let's be honest.
Man, I just know him so well, and I just think when high pressure situations happen, that doesn't faze him. I've just been around him so long, and he's even killed throughout the whole night. No matter if he's struggling, no matter if he's hooping, you can never tell. So all I just thought was just hopefully he get some separation, and once he got separation, then I knew it was curtains. When he shot and made it, I felt like I made it. I was so geeked up, so you thought I hit the game winner. So needed that.
Mikal, OG had the block, and you recovered it and ran down the floor. I think we were all waiting for you to kind of lay the ball in, and you came down with this dunk. I feel like that's the sort of play that fans we talk about, the combination of you guys as a wing duo, that do they have that kind of capability? What did it feel like to kind of put that dunk down and in a big game like this, and just those sorts of moments that it seemed like every one of you guys in the starting five had a big moment or two in this series? What was that like for you?
Yeah, man. Felt great. It felt great. I wish I had it in front of our bench to see the reaction, and I could yell in front of their faces. But it's nice to see, getting back on defense and, seeing them guys all running around, jumping around. So, I love my teammates, man. I just try to go out there and make a play, and, I play for them.
This is for both of you. I know you both have played in higher stakes series, so I don't want to oversell it. But in terms of,
The one where we beat them in Game 7? That series you're talking about?
well, in
My bad.
oh, my fault. The uniqueness of this series in terms of the physicality, in terms of every game being close, every minute seeming close, is this a different one for you guys in the playoff setting? Again, I don't want to oversell it's the first round, but
Yeah.
how it went.
I don't know. I just feel like being in West my whole career and coming here the past, 3 years, 2.5. East has just, always been a little bit, I think, just more physical. I think that goes with just, I don't know, maybe it's the weather outside. It makes people mad or frustrated, but I think it's the players as well. You got guys like Giannis who have always been in the East, and teams that are just big and physical, and Embiid, big fella, that's always been a thing since I've been in the West. But yeah, this is, from the jump, from this series, from game one, you could feel the energy, feel how everybody was real physical, and yeah.
I guess for both of you, does a series like this kind of atmosphere, help prepare you for what's next?
I think every series is different, but we can learn from our experiences as we go on. I don't want to say it's going to be different, but obviously we're playing against the defending champs next time, so it's going to be a lot different. Playing this team that we just played, I'm not discrediting them at all, but they have experience. The Celtics have experience, and playing these guys, they were just physical. They brought the fight to us, and then we had to respond, and then we did. But every series is going to be different. You got to respect each opponent you play, and then you got to go from there and make adjustments. But everything is different. From the first quarter, the first thing, everything's gonna be different.
Jalen, obviously, people are going to be talking about your shot and the move for God knows how long, but with a defender like Lasar and the way he was playing, what made you go to that move, that snatch back? There was so many things that you could have done. Did you know that was going to work? What made you pick that move?
I don't really go and think, all right, I'm going to make this move right here. It was just an instinct. He beat me to the spot. He cut me off. I just went back the other way, and I found a lot of space, and I was able to take a shot. Man, that dude was tough to play against. He's big time. And I told him straight to his face after the series. He made me work, so I got a lot of respect for him.
Were you surprised that you were able to create that much space? Like when you looked up, were you surprised that you had that much space?
After the fact, yeah. During the course of the game, no, but seeing it, yeah.
I got two. The idea that the starters all wore black sneakers, was that a concerted thing?
No.
Yes. It was just random.
Random. Josh didn't wear all black either.
Okay, my bad.
They were a shade of purple.
We were sitting too high to see that.
Yeah.
Mikal,
OG wore all black?
I don't even know.
I don't think OG wore all black. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, he did. He switched. Of course, OG switched his shoes. Yeah. It was. We did not talk about that at all.
Okay. Mikal, going up against Tatum and Brown, how much of a task and, how hard will that be in the next series?
Yeah, they're hell of players, and got moves for days and physical. Yeah, definitely gonna be a challenge, but it's never one-on-one. You got 4 guys behind you, your teammates, so just team defense and just help each other out.
Mikal, when they go on that long run in the fourth and the crowd is going crazy, I think they were up 5. What's the key to staying together as a group in those moments?
Just staying with it. I think we had the same situation out here game 4. He was down 4, I think. I remember Cade hit the midi, called a timeout. And it was probably 3 minutes left, I'm not sure, but we was down 4, and we just know just one possession at a time. It's a lot of time left. and we're gonna stick with it. You know, we built for it, work too hard. So just finding a way and just keep fighting.
Jalen, regarding Mikal, to your left, regarding Mikal, defensively when he was up against Cade or whomever else he was guarding, Tobias Harris, he seemed to do really well all series, especially once screens came into the action. A lot of times, like you're in that action. What did you feel like was working so well for Mikal in terms of being able to kind of stay skating out on those screens and just also one-on-one situations?
Staying skinny on those screens.
Yeah, that's the
I mean,
term.
he is a toothpick.
He is. That's
Yeah.
also the term, though.
Yeah. My fault, bro. I think the way we communicated, it helped. But I mean, Mikal naturally has that, and so obviously I'm in my coverage. I'm helping out as best I can, but it's the way that he plays at defense that is the source of it all. And so it's him playing off his instincts and doing what he does. I mean, that's just who he is. And so yeah, I may help a tad, but it's all him, and that's just what he does. That's who he is. And when it comes to situations like this, when it's the game's on the line or anything like that, it's when he plays his best. And so that's what we expect. That's what we appreciate of him.
Just to start that shot that Jalen hit, the crossover, just the way Thompson was defending him all night, just to come back and hit that shot. What do you make of that?
Yeah, and first I'd just like to start off congratulating the Pistons on JB and his staff did an incredible job all year long, and they had a terrific season. It was an incredibly tough series. So, then the Jalen shot, what can you say? You know, timely. You know, he's at his best when his best is needed. He's done it all year. That's what makes him special. But also, when you look at the contributions, Cat had 15 rebounds, a lot of tough plays that he made. And we needed Mikal and OG were phenomenal throughout. You know, and Josh is just doing the things that he does, you know, and we needed all of it. So, and just showing the toughness, you know, to get down and then find a way to win at the end. But, you know we got a lot of work to do.
We talk about resilience all year long. You take an early lead, they come back. You take another lead, they come back. Just what does it say about this group that no matter how many times the team?
Yeah, just, you know, hang tough, you know, persevere, get through things. The playoffs, as you know, it's all about, you know, your toughness and your discipline. And so there's going to be a lot of emotional highs and lows, and you got to get through all that. And you got to stay focused on the task at hand, and then you got to get the job done.
Tom, just a little bit more about Jalen. I mean, in that quarter, he's 3 for 13. And what is it about him mentally that he just, I'm going to take that shot, and the way he does it and executes and everything?
Yeah, and I think that's what makes him so special. And, you know, and we talk about, you know, all the intangibles, that it's his makeup. And oftentimes, you know, that's where mistakes, I think, are made in the draft and things like that. And it's easy to see, like, how many points a guy scores or what physical tools are. But when you look at the mental tools, that's everything. And then how you deal with, you know, like if you miss a shot, you know, and he comes back the next one, he's going to shoot it great. He may miss that one, but he'll shoot the next one great. And just having that belief and confidence, and I think, and again, I say it all the time, it really comes from his preparation, and he has a lot of poise under pressure. And you know, he's dealing with he gets a lot of attention. He's being trapped, and he knows how to move without the ball. He's obviously very clever with the ball, shifty, can get to the spots that he wants to get to, but he also knows how to move without the ball.
Tom, what did you see from Mikal, especially tonight, in terms of just his attacking the rim?
You know, I thought the whole starting group, I think being aggressive, getting stops, and then pushing the ball, and everyone in attack mode, and also making the extra pass. And, you know, when we did that, we scored at a pretty high rate. And so those easy baskets are everything. And if we can get the scoring off our defense, that really fuels the offense.
Tom, you mentioned you guys had a lot of work to do. What do you make of the Celtics series and going?
Well, obviously, I haven't really dug into that yet, and I've watched some of the playoff games, but obviously we'll be doing a lot of work in the next couple of days. But our assistants and our advanced guys have been working on it for a long time. So then we have to get our team in, and we have some days for recovery and preparation. They're the defending champion, so we know that we're going to have to be at our best.
Tom, it's 3 years in a row now. You've advanced around, and before that, it'd been a while for the Knicks. Is there a sense of accomplishment at all that this is now third year in a row you guys have been able to advance in the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm proud of the team. There's still like a long way to go, and that's if you're a competitor and you love challenges, that's what you're looking forward to. And in the end, there's going to be one team standing, and so prepare yourself to the best of your ability, knowing that you have to play for 48 minutes and just focus on the task at hand. Don't get lost in what it means in terms of a series or history or anything like that. Understand what we have to do to be prepared for game one, and I think if we do that, we'll give ourselves our best chance.
Tom, did you learn anything about this group in this series? I know it's still pretty fresh.
Yeah, I think you learn in every game, and so you have to take the things you learn and move it forward. And what are the games teaching us? And so sometimes you fall short, and if you fall short, study, learn, and get ready to do it better the next time. I think that's a big part of mental toughness.
Tom, excuse me. I think we saw layup lines at halftime coming into the third quarter. Was that new? Because that was something Mikal had mentioned.
No, it's sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. Just be ready to go. That's what I'm worried about.
Tom, 3 road wins this series. I believe it's the first time in franchise history you have 3 straight road wins in a series. Just what does that say about this team and their mental toughness?
Yeah, I think, and we've been a pretty good road team all year, and so I think to have that focus, when you're on the road, it's really just your group, and obviously we have great fan base and a lot of our fans travel, but I think when you're just relying on each other, so you have to have belief and trust in each other. And I think if you understand what wins in the playoffs, it's your defense, it's your toughness, and it's your teamwork. And you have to have discipline to go along with that. And if you do that, good things come from it.
Tom, I don't know if it's the discipline or what, but that right here in the front, Jalen, it just seemed like from the opening tip, the entire crowd is on him, and he never seems to look up to respond. Just what do you make of his makeup?
His focus is terrific. He doesn't get sidetracked with anything other than the game. So he's not thinking about what people say or fans or stuff like that. The opponent, he's locked into getting the job done and bringing his teammates with him. And I think that's important. I think the same could be said for all our starters. They're very team oriented. They're willing to sacrifice for each other, and we know we have to play hard.
Tom, three-point shooting for your team and the defense on their three-point shooting, how key was that tonight?
Well, it was big. We lost Beasley in the first half, but I thought overall it was pretty good. And Cunningham's a load to deal with, and Schroeder that was a great pickup by them. That team is really, really good, and they're young, and just their growth from last year to this year, and the veterans that they added great shooting. They complement the young guys. Cunningham, terrific. Thompson is phenomenal. Duran, same thing, his playmaking, and Stewart has been huge for them as well. So they have a very bright future. Yep, thank you.